What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the show. So I want to talk about Social Security today. So we're going to focus on Social Security. And I've done a few videos on Social Security in the past, some Social Security update videos, and they've done really well over time. And so I think I'm going to start doing some more content like that. It's going to focus on Social Security. I'm basing this on a question. Okay, so I always read the comment section. And just so you guys know how I kind of do when I read the comment section, how I go about reading. Basically, when I post a video, that first hour, I'm looking at the comment section. So I'm looking at pretty much every comment that comes out in the first hour. So if you really want me to respond to something, put it in that first hour block. I'm also taking some of those comments and I'm doing videos on those comments, because the best way for me to find out what you guys want to see next is by looking at the comment section. The other way is when I post a video. So let's say I focus on Social Security and I post this video and it gets a lot of likes and a lot of views. Well, then obviously I'm going to do another video that's about Social Security or about stimulus checks or about infrastructure bill. It doesn't matter. Like, if you guys are watching it and you want to see more and you're telling me in the comment section that you want to see more and you're asking more questions about it and you're liking the video and sharing the video, I'm going to do more videos like that. So that's how I decide the videos. Now, some people in the comment section, they might give me some advice and say, hey, you should do a video on travel. And if I do that video on travel and it doesn't respond well, or usually I'll do a series of videos. If they don't respond well, then I'm not going to continue doing that same content because people want to see something else. Okay. Now, I'm not going to create things. I know a lot of people want to see, I want to see a forced stimulus check update every day. Well, guess what? There's no information every day about a forced stimulus check. We haven't heard politicians talk about a forced stimulus check in months. The only information that I want to give you about a forced stimulus check is new information. I don't want to go back and talk about old stuff that was months ago that they've stopped talking about, because that will get your hopes up to think, okay, there's a forced stimulus check on the way, when in reality, if politicians aren't talking about it, we might not see a forced stimulus check. I just wanted to put that information out there. But today we're going to talk about Social Security and we're going to go through everything. And I'm going to tie in this infrastructure bill, both infrastructure bills, tie it into how it can help Social Security. But first off, you guys can do me a favor, please hit the like button. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. Also, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that little bell notification. That way you'll get notified anytime we put out a video. Okay, so let's look at the question first. And here we go. So Cindy, she says, when will you guys be able to take care of Social Security? And I know she's referring to Congress, not me, hopefully, because I can't really do anything as far as making that happen. The only thing I can do is report on the information that's coming from Washington. So let's look. I have a little infographic timeline. I think that's what they call it. So we're going to take a look at what is going on when it comes to the next few months. Okay, so this is going to go all the way until January. Okay, so we're going to start in August and then we're going to move to January, and we're going to look at all the different things in between as far as what we can expect. And so we know right now that they're voting on the first infrastructure bill and the budget resolution bill. Okay, so that's what they're focused on right now. Now, I know you might be looking at this, and especially if you're on Social Security, you're looking at this and you're saying, well, how does this infrastructure bill help me? How can I benefit from this first infrastructure bill or this budget resolution bill? How do I benefit from these? Well, let's look at the budget resolution bill first. So the budget resolution bill will open up debate for that second infrastructure bill. Okay, that's what they're going to be focused on in September. Now, the first infrastructure bill, how can that help people on Social Security? Well, in the first infrastructure bill, it's going to be about jobs. You're going to have a lot of people picking up high-paying jobs. And guess what? The more people we have in the workforce, the more money is collected for Social Security, which in turn means that Social Security has more money to offer up more benefits. And so when you hear talk of Social Security, the raise for Social Security, $200 raise for Social Security, guess what? It's even more possible if you have more people working, because those people are paying into Social Security and those benefits are going to you right now. And so that's why the infrastructure bill is important for everyone. Not to mention, when we're looking at a situation where you're building new roads, you're building new bridges, you're building all this infrastructure, that's going to help our economy. And by helping our economy, that means that politicians will be more open to focusing on some of these things. We know Social Security needs to be revamped. We already know that, but they haven't taken it up yet because they have all these other things that they're working on first. But if we have a good economy, that's going to be something they're going to be focusing on. And we have a couple of months of, we don't really know exactly what to expect in November and December, and I'll talk about that. That's when they can start addressing some of these things. And so this first infrastructure bill is very, very crucial. And I did a video about that a couple of days ago. And so that's why the infrastructure bill can help Social Security. Now let's look at the second infrastructure bill. Okay. So we know in September, the talk is that we will have the first infrastructure bill and the second infrastructure bill approved in both the House and the Senate and sent to the president for signature. So if that happens, we're looking at more benefits for Social Security, because in that second infrastructure bill, the American Families Plan, Senator Bernie Sanders, he wants to focus on hearing, dental, and vision benefits for Social Security recipients. Also, dropping the Medicare age to 60. Those are the things that they want to focus on when it comes to the American Families Plan. And so that can help people on Social Security. Now, another thing I want to note here, in October, they need to calculate COLA. Okay, so we've been looking at inflation for the last few months, but now is when it counts. So July, it counted, August, it counts, and September. These are important months because that's how they're going to determine, the Social Security Administration will determine COLA based on those 3 months. And so they're going to be looking at the inflation, and then they'll do their calculations and they'll figure out, okay, this is how much people will be receiving, and they'll be receiving that in January. Okay, and so when we're looking at COLA right now, the analysts are saying it's going to be about 5.3%. That's what they're saying right now. And we don't know exactly what it's going to look like until the Social Security Administration comes out and says, okay, this is what COLA will be for starting January. So that's why that's very, very important. The calculations will be happening in October. And so we're going to have to follow it each month. So we know what July looks like. Well, actually, we don't know what July looks like yet. We'll find out what July looks like. And then we'll look at August, and then we'll look at September, and then we'll see what the Social Security Administration comes up with when it comes to the COLA numbers. Okay, now, November and December. We don't really know what's going to happen in November and December. We can't even look that far ahead because we have all these other things that they're working on right now. And so these are open months. And when I say open, I just mean we could potentially see something happen in these months. So we're talking about that raise, right? The $200 raise for Social Security. There's also a talk of an increase for SSI, SSDI. So that could be filled in these areas here, okay? And so that's what we're going to have to look for too. And if the economy is doing well at that time, there's more ammo to say, okay, look, we need to address these things now. Now, if the economy is still not doing well, then obviously they're going to be focused on some other things as well. But if we can get all this stuff done, if we can get the first infrastructure bill, the second infrastructure bill, well, then now they can graduate over to Social Security specifically and see about doing a raise for Social Security. I think that COLA is also going to play a role. So if we're looking at 5.3% or somewhere around that number, then unfortunately we might not see that $200 raise or see that amount, that $200 amount. Maybe it will be $100. I don't know. But when it comes down to it, we have November and December. Those are 2 months that are pretty open when it comes to legislation. And so when we look at January, that's when COLA will start going out for Social Security recipients. So that's what we're looking at right now when it comes to Social Security. So I just want to, I want to really people to focus on the fact that this infrastructure bill, first and second, can really help people on Social Security. And in the comments, I get a lot of people saying, why are you talking about infrastructure? Why are you talking about infrastructure? We want you to talk about Social Security. We want you to talk about stimulus checks and things like that. When it comes down to it, this infrastructure bill will be huge for a lot of people, okay, for a lot of Americans, the first and the second. And like I said, the more people you have in the workforce, that's better for Social Security. That's more money for Social Security. So that's what we want to see. So if you guys have any questions, post them down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.